Basementbookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boy, BasementJer, and I am not fucking around. That's right, guys. This is the Basement Bookers Podcast. This is pure 100% uncut Crown Jewel picks and predictions just in time for Saturday morning at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
No.
So
Sorry, 8 a.m. Eastern.
that's right, buddy. And that's that right there, just chiming in there. That's the most rich there is, the most richest, baldest man. With BasementJer, me. And today we're going to talk about Crown Jewel. And I already said that, so I'm sorry about that. But let's just hit the ground running, I hope, because you just had a little freeze there. And yes, so the first match we are going to be discussing today, I figure we come in hot. We come in caliente because we got two hot tamales over here, two sweet tomatoes. All right, enough of that. We got a lot of people who listen to this. Stephanie Vaquer, your women's world's champion, my women's world's champion, and Tiffany Stratton, the SmackDown champion. Look, this is a situation where I feel like the more important championship is the women's world title right now, and I think my prediction is Stephanie Vaquer because she's hot right now. She's on the rise. I don't know about for you, but for me, Tiffany Stratton's cooling down just a little bit. I don't know if it's her or who her dance partners are, or the fact that SmackDown's been, it's been kind of iffy when it comes to the women's department. But I think the right move is for Stephanie Vaquer, the fresh champion, also, beating Tiffany Stratton, who hasn't, she's had the title for so long, but it's not like it's for the title, but she takes a loss, and she should take one here.
I agree. There's definitely been a lot of midness on SmackDown regarding the top tier of the women's division, but on the Raw side of things with Stephanie, she's now apparently being targeted by Julia. So I feel like Tiffany's going to win this one. It's probably going to be some sort of shenanigans, maybe a distraction, interference. I don't know, but I think Tiffany's winning this one.
Well, that's good for me, buddy. I can't wait for you to be incorrect. Perfect. All right, let's get on to the second. We're going whole hog here. We got two horses here, two QB1 and the Intercontinental Champion +1, Seth freaking Rollins, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, please don't go champion. This is going to be a battle for the ages. And listen, let me just state for the record, if there comes a time in this earth when Seth Rollins has zero haters, that is the day that I left this world a living man. I can't stand Seth Rollins. I'm not going to go on and rant about how just mid he is. And, people are angry at CM Punk for a lot of things, but I'm mad that he inflicted Seth Rollins on us when he left. So for this one, I'm going to have to play it safe. If they want Seth Rollins to be taken seriously, especially after the promo that was cut with Paul Heyman, it looks like they want to build Seth Rollins back up so he can be a threat to Roman Reigns again. So I'm going to go with Seth freaking Rollins, especially after the whole, if I win this, then the other things didn't matter. Because sometimes I feel like the booking god hates me. Like I haven't paid enough tribute. I haven't edited enough podcast about their thing. I haven't invested years of my life into watching and enjoying wrestling. But
Hmm.
yeah, this feels like those one of those. I'd rather pick him and he loses than I don't pick him and he wins. It makes me angrier. So this is the best way for me to cope with that and seethe. So
You got your whatchamacallit, you're splitting the difference there in a way.
yeah.
I'm also going with Seth, like you said, because of that promo, because they're kind of backing him into this corner that, if Seth loses, he doesn't have the rest of the vision anymore, presumably except for Becky, but who knows with the writing nowadays. But I think they're going to give it to Seth because it doesn't really hurt Cody to take another L, especially with guaranteed shenanigans.
I would have had him I would have had her divorce him if this was a different time where you could like get away with doing something like that.
Hmm.
But the fact that they evolved the kid and she's like in on the business, it's not going to work out. They kind of ruined it for me with that shit. But it would have been cool if like she just left him. That
Vince
would have been great.
Russo, Vince Russo would absolutely do a Rue on a pole match.
I don't know if that's safe. I think you have to get more permits or something
No,
for
she'd be in
that.
like a car
So
seat that's like it's like tethered
she's
with like
like
one of those carabiners.
I don't feel right about that. This situation is of all the crazy shit I talk about, I think you need to chill the fuck out right there. Like, all right. Are you good with what you've chosen? We're gonna move on to the next match here.
Yes, we both got
This is
Seth
the
there.
Kabuki Warriors versus Io and Rhea.
Mm.
Rio. Uh, try to put it
My
all
name is
together.
Rio.
Yeah, the faster this is done, the
Mm,
happier I will be
mm,
personally. I'm gonna have to go. Listen, I'd rather root for Rhea Ripley than against her, especially in this day and age of uncertain booking. I think maybe she won't lose in her hometown, or wherever
mm,
country, 'cause she's from
mm.
Adelaide, so
Yeah,
that's different. I don't want to. I don't want to presume. It could be the difference between New York and New Jersey. I don't want that smoke. You know what I mean?
Australia is
So
huge, bro. So
yeah,
they got, I
exactly.
think, five or six provinces or states. I'm not sure
Look,
what
they
they're
have
called there.
spiders that eat people,
It's
so
nuts.
I don't doubt it. They're tough. They're tough people. What say you, man?
I think I got the Kabuki Warriors here. I think EO is going to be conflicted and or maybe turn. I don't even know, and it's definitely going to cost Rhea and EO the match.
All right, don't
So
even
you
worry
got who
about
you
it.
got? You got Rhea and EO.
Yeah, of course I do. This is ridiculous.
Okay,
I gave a whole
got you.
explanation. All right.
Hmm. Got you.
All
Got you.
right, let's talk about what should be the main event, but it's not the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena 3. Could have had that. John
Yeah.
Cena versus AJ Styles for according to AJ Styles, it writes itself. Let me tell you something. Sure. Sure. It does. It does. You know what would write it better? If there was
A
a
writer.
storyline, like a grievance,
Hmm.
like a real reason for this outside of hot dog and a handshake mentality, may the best man win bullshit. All right? The fuck out of here with that. All right? I want
I'm
to
sh-
know why you're pissed off at why you want to beat up John Cena this time.
I feel like the phrase "it writes itself" is a phrase that has been far too often uttered around in and around Tony Khan.
It's a great way for me to say I don't want to write this. So it's going
Yeah.
to have to write itself.
Yeah. It says let's not build this. Let's just say here you go. Boom. No appetizers, just main course. Okay.
Certainly.
I like the
John
appetizers.
Cena.
Yeah, I also
After
got
that
Cena
whole
here.
Brock Lesnar debacle, I don't see any reason for AJ Styles to beat John Cena at this point. I'd stop beating John Cena. As a matter of fact, I think
Yeah.
that's it.
I
I'm
got
sticking
Cena
to
here
my
too.
guns.
I got Cena here too, but since you mention it, what if Brock interferes again?
Then I quit watching wrestling forever. I'm gonna
Shoot.
have to somehow like fight for the championship without knowing what the fuck's going on. So it's like I've gouged out my own eyes, you
Hmm.
know, and I have to wrestle blind. So could be interesting, but yeah, that's how badly I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen either, but since you mention it now, it's out there in the universe and it is a viable possibility.
Well, it's Triple H is going to have to start saying if you don't like it, don't watch, and see how that goes for him.
Yeah.
But you know, I've seen rumors that they're acknowledging the fact that SmackDown sucks.
Good.
So
Fucking fix it.
yeah,
I don't like
uh,
complaining about the shows we watch every week on our podcast. I like to be excited about watching Raw and SmackDown. I like to be like, ooh, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Not be like, oh, it's commercials again,
yeah. All
which is a
right,
whole other story.
exactly. And this is another story right here. The main event, in my mind, for some reason, look, I get it. Triple H felt so bad that Bronson Reed experienced a miracle of fatherhood and couldn't wrestle in an elimination chamber. And he's decided to give him a match with the biggest star in pro wrestling, Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
Roman Reigns should win this. He should move on from Bronson Reed. That's over. This is done. Make a wish has been granted. Okay, you only get one. And it's time to move on to bigger and better things. So I'm going with the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
Same because there's no need to put Bronson over. There certainly could be shenanigans, but I feel like if there are, Jimmy and Jay can back Roman up, even if there's going to be some friction. But I think Roman's got this. I don't think as much faith as Triple H has in Bronson Reed. He knows Roman can deliver on the big stage. Faith and knowing are very different things. It's Roman.
Yes, who, much like me, will be victorious at Crown Jewel, Perth. I've decided to take my beating to you internationally. I hope. I hope. I don't think I do too good with. I don't. I really wish one of us kept track of things, of like who's, because it would make for better storytelling if like we knew things like, oh, usually when we're in this territory, you don't do too good, or this time around you're gonna find out that the time zones don't accept you, sir.
Yeah, well,
So
we would need a little additional help with that, and what would help would be if you would like and subscribe. Helps out a whole lot. That'll help us on our and get to that next tier, and maybe hire a producer that can keep track of this kind of stuff, that can listen to our old episodes and make sure we have continuity. And speaking of continuity, we have two differences here, so we're definitely gonna need a tiebreaker. I got my tiebreaker time in
wait,
what
whoa,
is
whoa, whoa! Why do we need a tiebreaker?
we got two differences.
Okay, There's two differences, right?
Yes.
See, I don't like this, man, because that's how you win. You're a sneaky little guy. You go out there,
Mm-hmm.
you set up the tiebreaker,
The tiebreaker was
and
your
then
idea. The format of it was your idea. I just want to point
oh,
this out.
it might not be. You could be manipulating me, and I wouldn't know it because I'm such a fucking idiot.
You
I
got it. You got the idea for it for a contest in one of the Facebook groups we're in.
Okay, so that's jogging my memory. You're not trying to manipulate me like some kind of Rasputin character.
I do
Yeah.
not try to manipulate, except when
Okay,
I do.
because that's what somebody who manipulates would say. Um, well, last time I think I went too short,
Hmm.
but this time I'm going whole hog. I'm going. Yeah, I'm about to go for like see, we already what is even the last match? Right, we don't even know.
We
Um,
don't even know.
I heard it was gonna be Roman and Bronson, but it's like, are you really you really want to make up to him so bad? Like, did you tell him where to put a body that you're gonna main event him just because he lives out there? And by the way, this is a street fight. This is an Australian street fight.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with 28 and a half minutes.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
So my time that I put in is 26 and a half. So
I always don't believe you, but part of me trusts you. So I'm going to
narrow
have to deal
margin of
with
error
that.
there.
Well, I just hope that I get my matches right
Hmm.
and I just beat you.
That's always the ideal because I mean I won this, on the technicality of the tiebreaker. So
I'm
let's
glad
see
you admit that.
if I can successfully defend without the tiebreaker. That'll definitely solidify my championship reign.
Well, Rich Torres, may the best booker win, and I hope it's me.
May the best booker
This
win. I
L
hope
has
it's me.
really been a scarlet letter that has been branded onto my skin.
It is.
Um,
You put it there for the record, and you can take it down anytime you want.
Self-inflicted wound. Listen, man. Now you're doing this because you know you're scared. And you're like, I don't want to have to do that. I'm not doing that. You did that to yourself. But no one asked you to. Maybe have a little bit more confidence. But me, I don't mind losing. I wear it proudly. I will take the brand, heat it up nice, and just right on there. Just right on there. You see the burning searing flesh. So before the censorship comes, I thought
Smells like
before
bacon.
we leave, we take each of us take one thing that we found unacceptable or exceptional from this past week in wrestling, excluding SmackDown, because of course we're not going to be able to do anything with that because Saturday's the show. The predictions got to be up now. So one thing, Rich, there is, and then
Hmm.
I'll do one thing, and then we'll go home.
What is the opposite of exceptional was the amount of commercials on Raw this week.
Wow, wow, that's you. That's the
Keep it
grievance.
simple.
The airing of the grievance is the absurd amount of commercials. It's like you come back, you get like one or two. You could probably count on your fingers the amount of moves before it goes to a commercial, which I think we should start keeping track of, like spots,
Yeah.
and see how many
Hmm.
before they go to commercial, and then watch as the soul of wrestling drains from our bodies. Uh, well, for me, it was a couple of things, but mainly, I want to talk a little bit here about what's good, and the fact that they really cleaned up their act from what they did with Rhea and IYO SKY last week. So if they're doing something bad, I'm like, listen, this is bad. But I thought the video, the pre-recorded, was exactly what I wanted for that. And the Becky Lynch Maxine Dupree match, which could have easily been just another Becky's an asshole, and she's bullying this poor girl. But like she lost the match because she threw her weight around and she tried to bully the referee. They're bringing the referee in. I
Hmm.
hope that the ref takes bumps. I hope they do something with her and Becky because that would be interesting.
Hmm.
Obviously, she'd get her ass kicked because she's a referee, but it would give Becky even more heat because she's popular and people like her.
Hmm.
So I know it's like I have the Aubrey Edwards thing, but this is different.
Yeah, because
She
this
she
this
I
is this was started by Becky.
Yeah, Becky started this mess, and honestly, she should pay for it.
Hmm.
Obviously, this is building. This is not for Maxine. This is for AJ eventually, because she's not gonna like what's happening here. So that's really it for me on that. So like I said, if I see something good, I'll tell you all about it. And that's what I
Kind of
think
a
was good.
throwback to the Booyah segment.
Yeah, something like that. But just wrestling purely. So, all right, so
Well,
let's go.
I guess that's to go home. So thank you all for joining us once again. If you could do us a solid, we know more than half of you are not subscribed. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It'll help us out so much. We'll get someone to track our stats and such because I ain't got the brain for it. I promise I don't. It's the brain. Yep. So let us know what you thought was great about Raw, what sucked about Raw, whatever you want to tell us about. Let us know down below your picks and predictions for Crown Jewel. And as always, just got a parting message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the bookers